Hello, and we are back for Minecraft mob block number 2. It is the chicken. And if you're here for the first time for this project, this is block number 2, so you haven't missed a lot. You can always go back to the first video. A Minecraft mob is a mobile character, which you don't have any control over. It just moves about the game and it can either help you or get in the way, whichever. So today we're going to do things just a little bit different. Instead of you watching me crochet for, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, or listening to me give you instructions on do a bobble here and do a bobble there and do a bobble, bobble, bobble over and over again, repeating myself and saying bobble 100,000 times, we're going to do it just a little bit different. So I'm going to show you how to do a bobble stitch, if you don't know. And there are 2 of them. The very first one on a row is a little bit different than the rest on the row, because the first one has a chain 3 involved. So I'm going to show you how to do those. But first things first, these are the colors that you're going to need. You will need white, red, orange, goldenrod or a yellow, black, and fern green for the border of the square. All of today's yarn that I'm using is by Premier. It is their basics collection in a number 4 worsted weight. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook, and my graph is an 8x8 block. So when you read your graph or chart, if you are right-handed, when you get to the bobble stitch part, you're going to read from left to right. Because when you're looking at the chart, you're working it on the back side for the bobble stitch. So when you look at the chart, if you go from right to left, when you flip it over, your image will be inversed. Now, if it is a symmetrical image, it doesn't matter. But if it is asymmetrical, then you definitely want to, if you are right-handed, read the chart from left to right. And if you are left-handed, read the chart from right to left so that it ends up in the way that it is designed. If it doesn't bother you, then don't worry about it. So here's the big difference in today. Instead of making you sit through an extremely long video watching me crochet the same stitch over and over and over again, or listening to me repeat myself saying bobble for 1,000,000 times, I'm going to just show you a few steps and then give you the chart and let you be on your way. I'm going to provide you with a copy of my chart, but it's not completely free. No, I don't want any money. I'm not in this to make money. All I ask from you, if you're going to use my chart, is that you leave the video a thumbs up and watch it to the end. I need the watch time. So for that low, low price of a thumbs up and a few minutes of your time, I give you free access to a link to the chart, and it is not it is not connected to a blog that's going to smother you in ads. It is just a direct link to the chart. The link goes straight to the graph and nothing else. And as an added bonus for me, if you left a comment down below, that would be pretty darn cool. Just saying, you know. All right, so let's get on with it. Okay, to start the chicken, you're going to chain 16 plus 1 for a turning chain. Single crochet in the back bump, skipping the first chain from the hook. And you should end the row with 16 single crochets. Okay, looking at our chart, if we're right-handed, we're looking at the left, and we're going to start with our first bobble stitch, which, like I said before, is different from the rest of the bobbles. So you will chain 3, turn your work, and do 4 incomplete double crochets into that same stitch, because we want to do 5 double crochets together, and our chain 3 counts as one of the double crochets. So to do that, you yarn over, go through the same stitch that the chain 3 is attached to, pull your yarn through, yarn over, go through 2 loops, and leave that loop on your hook. You'll do that 4 times, so you should have a total of 5 loops left on your hook. Then you will yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops. Then in the very next stitch, you will do a single crochet, and that single crochet is what is going to give that bobble that pop that makes it really stand out and look like it's one of the bits or pixels of the graph. Because basically we're crocheting some pixel art. A regular bobble is 5 double crochets together. So you go through your stitch, you yarn over, go through your stitch, pull through 2 loops, and leave 1 on the hook. And you'll repeat that 5 times. So you should have, after your 5 incomplete double crochets, you should have 6 loops on your hook now, because we're still attached to our single crochet from before. So you'll yarn over, go through all 6 of those, and then the very next stitch is a single crochet. And that is the entire thing for making a row of bobble stitches. When you get to the end of the row, you will chain 1, turn your work, and put a single crochet in each stitch all the way to the other side to where you have a total of 16 single crochets. When you crochet into the top of the bobble stitch, make sure you're just catching that very top stitch where you pulled your yarn through. You don't want to go through the center of the bobble or anything. So it's just that very top loop. Each bobble row ends with a single crochet. I forgot to say that. Here's a little view of the progress as I complete my block. Now we are going to talk about the border. The border we're going to use, or I am using fern green. You may select any color that you would like, but my borders for this are green and brown to make it look like the grass and the dirt like you see in the video game. So to do the border, you're going to start in a corner and you will do a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. Then you will place a single crochet in each stitch across the top. It'll be the same on the bottom. You should have 16 single crochets, not counting your corner. When you work your way down the side of the bobble stitches, it's when you cross over the bobble, it's a chain 2, and you will single crochet into where the bobble row meets the single crochet row, right on that edge, and then chain 2 and move on to the next stitch. So you have 16 single crochets across the top, 16 across the bottom, not counting your corners, which is single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And then down the sides, you should have 8 chain 2s and 8 single crochets because we did 8 rows. On round 2 of the border, it is all double crochet. There are 5 in the corner, 1 in each stitch across the top and the bottom. When you work your way down the sides, it is 2 double crochets into the chain stitch and 1 double crochet into the single crochet stitches. So you should have 16 across the top, 25 down the side, 16 across the bottom, and 25 up the other side. Okay, so this is a super fun project, and I hope that you're all going to join in the fun. And I'm sure that we all know a gamer that would just love this mob blanket. Before I forget, I'd left the link to the chart or graph, whatever you want to call it, down below in the description box. But don't forget, the deal is you give me a thumbs up and you watch the video to the end, and you're there. We're at the end. And if you liked this video, you're going to love this one over here. Thank you so much for watching.